us in Evanston, Illinois. Ryan Field, home of the Northwestern Wildcats. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Indiana Hoosiers, taking on last year's national champion, the Northwestern Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Hoosiers will boot it away to start the game. And he's not going to take the touchback. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Wildcats offense will get the first crack at it here. If you look at this game on paper, it really shouldn't be much of a matchup. You have a high-powered offense against, candidly, an overmatched opponent. But, hey, you never know. You got to line up and play the game.
On paper, this is a horrible matchup. But this game's not played on paper, right? Like, this defense, they're going to have to play their best game. They're going to have to play more consistent than they have. They haven't tackled well this season. They're going to have to play their best game against a great opponent. But we've seen upsets happen. They got to get some endurance on. Something good to happen early.
I think it has to happen early, David, and then the question is, can they maintain that over the course of the entire game? Listen, it's college football. 18 to 22-year-olds, and maybe this offense just thinks they can come out here and roll their helmet out on the field, and that's going to get it done. We've seen crazy stuff happen, but no doubt, this defense has to play out of their minds today to have any shot.
And the Wildcats are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Finds his target down the middle. They get him on the ground, but they'll move the chains. First down, Northwestern.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
Power football with the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. The quick out. They're working their way toward midfield. He's out of bounds at the 46. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion.
Going to take a shot. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over from the moment the ball left his hand.
Now the 8th play of the opening drive, but this time facing 3rd and long. Got it in the middle, it's Lamb. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
I know that was 3rd down, and I know the quarterback's trying to be careful. You don't want to be too greedy, but he had guys open downfield. I think if he had been a little bit more patient and been a little bit more willing to let the play develop, I think he could have converted that with a throw vertically down the field. Instead, he got lazy, checked it down to his running back, and now they're setting up 4th down.
Complete out of the backfield. And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain.
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On 4th down, everybody in the stadium is expecting if you throw it, it's probably going to a receiver at tight end. But because of his ability to catch the football, he makes a huge play for this offense and keeps the drive alive.
can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
We knew this offense wanted to come out here and let it rip through the air. This QB is in a beautiful rhythm early.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wildcats.
And that is exactly what you love to see as a head coach, watching your offense take the field, first drive of the game, and you're methodical, and you take what the defense gives you. You make good decisions. You don't have negative plays. You don't have missed assignments. That shows your head coach that you are locked in and ready to go.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Indiana's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And Jesse, they've got a quarterback that if he can get into a rhythm can certainly make plays for his team.
Here's the thing about him, too. He's not the most consistent guy, and he's not the most talented quarterback in the country, but when he's hot, he's really, really tough to stop, David. It's important they get this guy going early.
Yeah, and it's not just...
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's not the attempt you wanted to start the game. First pass of the game, interception. Man, this is where you go to the sidelines. You have a good talk with your coach. You settle down. It's not the end of the world. It's one pass, but that is not the start he had in mind today.
To the ground with the back. Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. You're getting 5+ yards. That is...
And it's picked off at the goal line. He's knocked down the... Way to come up with the interception. The Hoosiers are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. Going right to work up top. Got his man on the right. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Got enough for the first down and wants more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. This offense tries to get rolling from its own 15 on first down. Right back to the well. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And the Hoosiers will punt it away on fourth down. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Gets the first one of the day off and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Tight end now in motion. Here's the handoff. There he goes. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Might as well give it to him again. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Northwestern comes to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. And that is no good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. That's caught. It's Abbey. Nice route, nice catch by this receiver. What's important for a quarterback throwing the in route to a guy in the slot?
Well, I think he has to have great timing. I think the receiver needs to get his right depth so that they know exactly where each other is going to be and when the ball is going to be in the air. These two have outstanding timing with one another.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there. It was a completion, but they lost yardage. The Hoosiers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll go back to the ground. Breaks into the open. He'll work his way down to the 28. What a dynamic play on that last one. Flips the field, and they've got it 1st and 10 from the 28. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And the pass is incomplete, and that wraps up the 1st quarter. Guys, we've come to the end of the period, and Northwestern has the lead here. And we've reached the end of 1. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Tight end finds a soft spot. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. Okay, ready? And the Hoosiers will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. 2nd and goal for the offense. Tries again to get it in. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
He didn't get it. Not only that, he lost yardage. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. And that is no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
And that hurts missing that field goal, especially when you're going up against a defense like this. One of the best in the entire country. You have got to be able to come away with points when you have opportunities.
The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. They get to him as he throws.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Had to throw it before he wanted. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. So the intent... Grounding call will be a loss of down, and now it's 4th down. Offense at an empty set. Quarterback making adjustments. On 4th down, going to the air. Lofts one high and deep. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out. And I don't...
Explain that one. 4th down and long. The percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Right on the money. Touchdown, Indiana! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. Extra point here will tie the game. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to... Fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. It's complete on the right side. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. He wants to change this route. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Snags it at the 30 and still running. He smashes his way through again. Touchdown, Northwestern! He got loose and it was lights out after that.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They scored fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. They're working that left side.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They'll send the tight end in motion. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Under fire. He'll pull it down and run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
And I don't think he got it. The defense stands tall on 3rd and inches. The Hoosiers will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes a catch, wants to make a move upfield. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Handoff to the lone back. Turning it on! Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Fires on the move. Working on the right. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. Northwestern ready to dial one up on 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Grabs it in the middle.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Working that left side now. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, if you're going to get 1st downs against this defense, you're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to make people miss. This is an excellent tackling unit. You saw it on that last play.
They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air. Finds his big tight end. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. On 1st and goal, let's see if Northwestern can score. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Northwestern.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the 2nd half to get some stops.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the... on first down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Catch inside the 30 and still running. He just brought some serious energy making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. This offense has to be feeling it after that last one, and they'll snap it 1st and 10 just outside the 20. Grabbed behind the line. It's heavy. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. It's caught. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. They'll try to get the first through the air. Caught over the middle. It's heavy. Picks up enough to get them 1st and 10 from the 13. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Using the quick game. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. Here comes the heat. Touchdown, Hoosiers! Fitted in the win. For the score.
And that was a big touchdown because it keeps this thing within striking distance now going into the 2nd half. That touchdown there puts so much pressure on the opponent. Guys, we've got a ball game. I can't wait to see how this thing's going to turn out.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great environment there today in Evanston. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Ryan Field.
Just about set to get this second half underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Snagged out of the air. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Running back searching for a hole. Turns it on in midfield. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
That running back looks as if he'd be at home in the receiver room with that footwork along the sideline.
Yeah, Reese, this defense is going to have their hands full because this is a complete running back. He's not good just blocking or running with the football, but he can catch it as well.
He's got him in the flat. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. And the Hoosiers want to pick up the tempo. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
The Hoosiers in a good spot here with second and short. The give, and he's looking for room behind the left tackle. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll try to move the chains on third down from their own 20. Looking to throw for it. On target. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be first and goal from the 8. And the Hoosiers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. It's third and goal and third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Into the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be fourth down. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. That'll bring him to within 4.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. He might want another play. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Fires to the big fella. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And the Wildcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll move the tight end. They go to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Making a little bit of progress there. He gets it to the 40 before getting out of bounds. The give to the back. He gets it beyond the marker, and it'll be a first down for Northwestern.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Wildcats are moving quickly down the field. Dropping back, it's Carney. He tries to take the top off. Picked off to stop the threat. Going the other way, and he's got room. Finally brought down the... play not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Looking downfield on first down. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
The quarterback's lucky on that play because when you miss slant throws behind, if the defense is in zone coverage, there might be a defender standing right there willing to take that ball and return it for a touchdown.
He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a first down. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Quickly to the tight end. The Hoosiers will send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. Takes it on the return. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
You see this more and more in college football. Motion the running back out of the backfield. What am I looking for? I'm looking to see if it's man coverage. Does the linebacker go and chase him? If he does, guess what I get to do? Take advantage of my matchup. I like my speed better than yours.
4th down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. And the Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Hauls it in. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
The Wildcats now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to fire on second down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Pulls it in. He'll be stopped at the 32. Still ground to cover if they want to convert, and fourth down is coming. Guys, we've come to the end of the period, and Northwestern has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on fourth down. He's got it, first down and more. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Picked up a... Throw on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Wants to throw on first down. He finds a soft spot in the middle. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his tight end.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. Grabs it inside the 10. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could. Closer, but it'll be first and goal. And if they want to take the lead, can't be thinking field goal here. They'll need a touchdown to go up in the fourth.
Defense is a lot about communication. Multiple wide receivers on the same side. I got to understand if this guy's going in, this guy's coming out. Not a good job by the defense with communication now.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Can the D deny them on second and goal? They'll run it. And again, he gets nothing. This defense is not giving up anything on the goal line.
Wow, I love the way the defense is playing here. 2 stops back-to-back with their backs up against the wall, Paul.
Yeah, and this offense, they tried to throw it, they tried to run it. This is a play. I always think players, not plays. The field shrinks. Let's find our guy on the outside maybe that we know can win.
And I think it's go time now at this point in the game if you're on offense, because you need a touchdown. You have this golden opportunity down close to the goal line. Who is a playmaker you can identify offensively that you know can win one-on-one and get you the score?
Touchdown, Indiana! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
Number
That is complimentary football at its finest. The defense gets the turnover. The offense punctuates it, uses it to their advantage, takes the lead late in the football game. Now that defense that just gave you a good stop, they need another one for you.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. They're in a precarious spot here. That lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Tight end now in motion. Single back formation, and they give it to him. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives. And the best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got his man. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, only a place to be tackled immediately.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
Looking to buy time. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Finds his back in the middle.
Great job by the running back here on that 3rd down catch. There was no wasted movement. As soon as he got the ball in his hands, he turned around and he got upfield. That's what you got to do. You got to be decisive on these 3rd down type plays to move the sticks.
Might be changing the route. Wants to throw it. Going for it all. Touchdown, Wildcats! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
And the timing had to be perfect. Down here this close to the red zone, the windows to throw into are so small, but the quarterback, his receiver, on the same page. With that touchdown catch, they now take the lead.
He'll return it. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They'll run it from the gun. There he goes. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. And some room to work. Oh, a lot of space. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way. And the Hoosiers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Motion from the wideout. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. He's got it on the run. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal. So the opportunity with a touchdown here to take a fourth-quarter lead. Trying to punch it in. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Hoosiers! And they... the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the fourth quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
And he puts it down the middle, and the lead is 3 here in the final period. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time and took them right to the...
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You've put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Making side adjustments here. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He's taking the deep shot. He's got it inside the 30. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 5-yard line.
And this offense showing off the explosiveness, the big play down the field. This is so big because what it makes defenses do to react now. Now you scare them. Now you make them drop back a little bit. So that big passing play opens up this whole offense.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Northwestern comes to the line with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
All right, you're at a point in the game now where you've got to go. You need to get down the field and score points. I'm all for running the football, but in this part of the field, you now got to start kicking it into overdrive, start taking some shots and gaining up some yards.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Touchdown, Wildcats! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Really good execution by this offense. Late in the game, under a minute, score to take the lead. It's what you draw up. It's what you dream about. But now, my defense has to go on the field and get me one more stop.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. Buffalo is in trouble. Check that. They're in a world of trouble. May want to head out early and grab a table at the Anchor Bowl. They're trailing by 23 to Northern Illinois. The Maction never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Fires to the right. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
Well, we've seen this defense make plays time and time again in this game. They may have just sealed it with that takeaway.
And the Wildcats enter the final minute with the lead. Send the tight end in motion. Handoff to the single back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Grabs the screen around all kinds of defenders. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they got it at the 26.
That's just 2 guys being on the same page, and they just dialed up a play that they feel so confident in. They know their quarterback and receiver can go out and execute in this juncture of the game, winning, needing that 3rd down to ice it. That was perfect.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. What will they dial up on 2nd and 8? A long way to go. They'll throw again after the incompletion. This time on target. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The offense. For a 1st down play. Not sure why they want to throw again. He's got it and still on his feet. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Plenty of fireworks in this one, a lot of points. They always talk about having to chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
It's amazing how much offenses have just boomed in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you, and you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And, man, we saw that here today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.